Hello and welcome back to this Moon Messages reading. So we're back to the full view this time, not just the cards. And I am just going to let you know I might just be taking a sip of my cup of tea because I made a cup of tea and then I went to do this and I was like, oh, I haven't finished my tea, but I need to get it done. So I'll be taking a sip of my tea every now and again, and I hope you don't mind. Okay, so I'll start with one. So yeah, grab a cup of tea with me if you want, or let me know in the comments what you're drinking. If you're drinking tea, coffee, alcohol, whatever, yeah, feel free to comment down below. Okay, right, so this is the Moon Messages. If you haven't seen me before, by the way, I'm Leanne Marie. I'm an intuitive card reader, and I do these mean messages, apparently, moon messages every 2 weeks on the full moon and new moon. If you want to know a bit more about me and you want to book a reading or contact me on any socials, all of my details are below. Okay, anyway, so this is the moon messages from the new moon in Gemini on the 6th of June until the full moon in Capricorn on the 22nd of June. I apologise in advance if I keep playing with my hair. When I have it down, it gets in my way, so I'm just constantly playing with it. So I hope that doesn't distract you too much, but hey ho, that's me. Right, so I've already shuffled the cards and we have quite a few cards. We've got about 8 or 9, 8, and then we've got a crystal of the moon cycle as well, which I'll read from the book, which I don't normally do, but with the crystals I like to just read kind of the properties and the meanings and things like that. Okay, right, so let's go. The first card we have is Take Inspired Action. Now, what I get from this is, well, after I've said take inspired action, I get the words because you have to. And that's because I feel like this action has come from a place of like something happening in your world, which has kickstarted you into something. It is giving you the boot. So something might have happened in your life, or you might just feel a boost of inspiration or motivation to get up and do something. But I feel this is more linked to something changing in your life, which has made you have to take action. Now, maybe for a while you have not really taken much action. Maybe you've been a bit sort of laid back and, you know, not really wanting to do much, and, you know, and just kind of floating along and, you know, and yeah, just getting on with things, and maybe kind of been all talk and no action, or just not had any reason to do anything or to change anything or to take action. Okay, but I feel like this is that something's happened or something will happen, sorry to tell you, which would make you have to take action. So it's almost like, I'm going to use an example. Maybe you split up with a partner, or you know, something happens to your home, and then you have to move out, right? So I've been through that before. You know, everything changes and then suddenly you have to move, whereas before you probably were like and ahhing about moving, or, you know, and you just never did anything about it, but now you have to, right? So that's just an example. It could be very, like, all different variations of change and things you have to do. But it says here, take inspired action. So inspired action, inspired being the main word, is that something has happened to then inspire you to have to take that action, right? And actually sometimes that's the best thing to have happened, because if not, you just end up just never changing anything and never being motivated to do anything. Okay, next card we have is Think It Through. How well does that go with the rest of my room, by the way? So think it through, and it was in reverse. So you don't think it through, right? Because I don't know about you, but I am a typical Libra, and air signs, as we are, we overthink everything. And that makes me can't get my words out, procrastinate. And it makes me like stop and pause, and, like, you know, I just don't get anything done because I'm constantly in my head and constantly worrying about things. And that might be a reason why you haven't taken action before. because you've been overthinking everything. So this is like, now you haven't got a chance to overthink things. You have to take that action, and you have to do it from a place of feeling rather than thinking, right? So sometimes it's hard to go from a place of feeling if you can't get in touch with your feelings, right? So maybe this is a chance for you to really be in touch with yourself and in touch with your feelings, and really get to know yourself. What makes you feel good? What doesn't feel so good? You know, maybe you have to do things really quickly, and you haven't got a chance to think about it. So you have to just do it and then see what happens and see how you feel about it, unfortunately, right? But yeah, so it's like, do not overthink it. You won't have a chance to think it through. You'll literally just have to do it. So get on with it. Basically, it's like a big kick up the bum, basically. Okay, the next card we have is hidden, right? So the ones that are hidden are ones that don't show their card. They don't show the picture straight away. They just show the back of the card. And as I mentioned before in many of my readings, hidden cards are usually cards where you can't quite see it just yet, or it's not been revealed to you, or you just or it might be something that happens like down the line. Okay, so the next card, let's see what it, I haven't even looked at it, so I'm just kind of winging it. Right, next card, again, all the beautiful purple colours, is clear your mind. Okay, so goes really well with don't think it through, right? Don't overthink it. And one way of helping you to not overthink things is to drop into your body more, right? And or to meditate, or to write things down, or to just get rid of all your thoughts on paper, or share them with a friend, or find some way of getting them out of your mind so that you clear your mind and that you can then take the right action for you. Because yes, you might have to take action. Yes, you might not be able to think it through. You might not have time, right? But what you do, what would benefit you is if you could take inspired action and in the direction of what's aligned with you. So in order to do that, is you need to get clear on who you are, what is right for you, what feels good to you. And yeah, in order to kind of know all that, you have to have a clear mind. You have to think clearly, right? You can't just make a decision on a whim because you have to, right? I know I just said that and I might be contradicting myself. But if you want to make the right decision for you, you have to clear your mind. You have to get that space. Yes, that might mean taking a little bit of a pause, right? But clearly thinking it through rather than just kind of like, oh, this is another thing that just came to me. So like sometimes when we're overthinking, we're getting into our fears and we're getting into our worries. So you have to come from a place of clearly thinking, like logically and practically, rather than from a place of fear. Oh, I must do this because if not, this might happen, right? That's a fear, rather than I must do this because this is right for me and this will give me this and this will give me that. Okay, can you see the difference? Okay. Next card is very relevant for me as well at the moment. Release control. Now, when you are in fear, you try to control things, right? You try to control the outcome. I've done this many times recently as well, and I've kind of had a bit of a funny moment with a friend over it, and I said I have trouble when I don't feel safe or when I don't trust something. I jump into my control mode. I try to control things and situations, not people. I'm not a control freak, but it's like I try to control an outcome, and then usually what happens is it goes wrong, right? Because I'm trying to control it, or I get stressed or overwhelmed. So are you trying to control things? Are you trying to take control of a situation which maybe doesn't need that? Okay, maybe someone else needs to take over it. Maybe you need to hand something over to someone. Let them take the driver's seat rather than you. Okay, and ask yourself, why Why do I feel like I have to be the one who takes responsibility for this or takes control of this? Why? Ask yourself that question. Why is a big question at the moment. It came up in my little readings. I do little mini readings I try and do them every day, but yeah, as and when at the moment. But I do little mini readings on my other platforms, and why just kept coming up. The question why. I don't know if it's today's or yesterday's, but it's a very, very revealing question, that, right? So why am I acting this way? Why am I trying to control things? Why do I feel like I need to be the one to do this? Where does that come from? So maybe where is another question. Why? Where does it come from? What? let's just ask all the W's, right? Why, where, what? What will happen if I don't do this? What will happen if I don't control this? So it's very, very revealing. Okay, quite a good message there. I like that. Might try that myself. Might do some journaling. Try that myself. Okay, and then the next card, which is really odd. It came out in the last one, so beginnings. It came out in the last moon messages, and it was in exactly the same location. So it was on the bottom left, same location. It's really strange. So beginnings, right? Always a positive card. It means that something fresh is starting in your world. But before it starts, you have to go through all this, right? You have to go through being kicked out of something or pushed into something, and then having to make really quick decisions, but clear decisions, and releasing control. So you have to go through all that first to get to your fresh start and your new beginning. So know that it's normal. So if you're in this stage at the start, know that it's normal, and it is leading you to this brighter future. Okay, so that's positive. Next card we have is hidden. So like I said before, something that's not been revealed to you yet, you're not clear on it yet, or you can't see it quite yet, or it's something in the future. Okay, so this is protection. Now, interesting, brings up something straight away for me. Have you heard, I'm sure you have, it's very cliche saying, but rejection is a form of protection, right? So if you have not received something, like say for instance you've gone for a job and you've been rejected for the job, or they're showing me an actor going for a part, right? So, or a writer trying to write a book, right? If you've been rejected, know that it's for your own protection. I always hear the Men in Black song when I say those words. Will Smith, Men in Black. It's for your own protection. I always hear that. But it is, right? And even though when you're in that dark stage, like beforehand, when you're in all of the chaos and everything that's going wrong or falling apart, or you're being rejected, or people are saying no to you, or things just aren't working out for you, you always worry. You're like, well, everything's going wrong, and how is this ever going to change? And the thing is, it's because it's not right for you, right? The universe, life, God, whoever you believe in, right, is co-creating life with you. And they can clearly see, I don't know who they are, but they can clearly see, they can look down on you and they can say, well, this person isn't right for them, this job isn't right for them, this house isn't right for them, because this is going to happen and this won't be right, and this will, make them worse, or this will not improve things in their situation, or this could go wrong if they go down this route. They can clearly see that, right? So as much as you might think that something is right for you, it may work out that it's not, right, if you were to go down that route. So sometimes things are taken out of our lives. I like to say the universe takes out the trash for you, right? And it's definitely happened to me many times, so I'm going from experience. And recently it's kind of happened, well, it's happening for me, where things are like, not happening the way that I want them to, or being rejected, or things like that, and I'm like, okay, they're taking out the trash for me. I'm trying to like think like that. Okay, next card goes really well with this, faith. And I was then going to say, I have to have faith that is right. I have to have faith and trust that whatever has not landed in my lap or has not worked out for me, it is the right decision. It is the right choice. Okay, I'm just going to take a drink of tea. I think it's going to go cold if not. Sorry for that little slurp. Right, so I have to have faith. You've got to have faith. I've just got all these songs in my head now. That whatever is being stopped, blocked for you is an opening they're giving me. They're showing me an opening of like a door, or I just looked at this pregnant belly here. Is, you know, a new life that's being created for you. And I've actually just been shown or told, what was it? Literally flicked in front of my eyes and then went, oh, that it's a very, they're now giving me the Michael Bublé song, New Life for me, and I'm feeling good. They're saying it's a new life, a different type of life that you are used to, and oh, what was the word? Accustomed to. And I don't use that word, so definitely channeled. Accustomed to, right? So because of, okay, they're giving me, I'm getting a lot coming through. Planetary shifts, because of planetary shifts and because of internal shifts and things that you have kind of healed through or gone through. They're telling me COVID as well. So like mainly during COVID, when a lot of people went through a lot of shifts internally and externally during COVID. Because of everything that's happened in the last sort of 3 to 4 years, we all have shifted onto a different timeline in our lives, and we're going to start seeing or feeling life in a different way. So you might be seeing this already, but you might be realizing that the people that you used to want to hang around with years ago are not really those people that you want to hang around with anymore, or you're not really feeling like you align with each other anymore, or you gel, or you have the same interests, or you know, you might not want to do the same sort of job anymore. You might want to change it up completely, or you might want to learn something new because you've now got this newfound motivation to just grow and develop as a person, or you know, whatever it is, there's something that's shifted within you because of all of the changes externally and internally over the last 3-4 years. Okay, so this new life that is going to be created for you or is being developed at the moment is going to look very different to what you are used to, if that makes sense. And then there was a card that came out with this one, which is realization. Now it was in reverse, so to me it's kind of like it's something you haven't realized before. So I feel like it's yeah, I just said like a new door opening, didn't I? And look, there's a big keyhole. So because it was in reverse, it's like you haven't realized it before, but you are now realizing, and it's not going to be so clear to you at the moment until, okay, they're showing me the protection card again. I'll get to that in a second. Stop annoying, that they literally like keep distracting me with these messages. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, you're not going to realize it straight away. You're going to realize it maybe after things happen, or when things start showing up in your world, or you know, and you'll be like, oh, I like this now, or I never used to like this and now I do, or you know, there's something about that. And I didn't realize this about myself, but now I realize this, right? It's a bit odd. Anyway, the protection card, yeah, it's this bird on here. It's almost like this bird is like really calling to me, and it's like trying to get my attention. So maybe it's something that, you know, you keep coming back to. Maybe your thoughts keep, and the overthinking, because it is underneath the overthinking card, by the way. So it's something to do with that. So it's like maybe you keep thinking, oh, I don't feel very safe. Like with protection cards, it's usually something to do with safety or security. So maybe the thoughts and the overthinking is about your security and your safety. And it's like, I don't like where this is going. I don't like what I see or like what's happened to me because I don't feel safe or I don't feel protected. That's when you try to take control of things, when you don't feel safe and you don't feel protected. So, but trust, okay? Have that faith and trust that you are being protected, but by a higher source, a higher power, and things will work out, but you just have to have that faith. Now, it sounds very cliche, I know, but you know, what is the alternative? To get yourself really anxious and, you know, worry all the time and stress yourself out more, when you could choose a different way of thinking and just opening up and relaxing, and then feel that and feel how good that feels, as opposed to the opposite. Okay, so that's all the moon cards. Now we'll just read the crystal of the moon cycle, which is Mookaite Jasper. I have a feeling we've had this quite a few times. So I'll just read out the meaning of that and see, hopefully it will go with the rest of the cards. So, essential meaning of Mookaite Jasper. I hope I'm saying that right. Risk, adventure, new experiences, exploring unknown territory, claiming personal power. The seemingly safe road is not the one to take right now, for your soul is on a path of healing and wants you to experience fulfillment and joy. Mookaite Jasper Spirit is here to tell you that life is meant to be lived, so be adventurous now. Do not hold back to protect yourself from getting hurt, for this crystal has appeared to encourage you to take the leap, take the risk, and draw confidence from knowing you have the universe as your ally. Let go of your worries and your old beliefs about the dragons that await you if you dare to step out of the unknown. Risk-taking is required now, and you are fully supported in saying no to playing it safe. How weird is this? Mookaite Jasper Spirit message is that the adventure before you is one of discovery, and wondrous gift awaits you. New ideas, new partners, new experiences, and new possibilities for achieving what you desire. Be bold and venture forth. Relationship message. All relationships evolve. By healing old patterns that may have blocked you from experiencing relationships as deeply nourishing and joy-giving, you are also evolving. Do not look at the old maps of where you have been or talk about how things will always be the way they were in the past. The future is full of possibilities. Be here now, in the present moment. Drawing in the power of Mookaite Jasper Spirit to amplify your adventurous spirit. You are transforming in this moment, becoming the person you need to be to have the relationship you desire. You are called to banish fear as you sail forth into unfamiliar seas. You can trust yourself now, for you have learned so much. Prosperity message. Adventure beckons, so unfurl your sails and let yourself venture forth. Mookaite Jasper Spirit assures you that the risks you are tempted to take right now are calculated ones, for you are willing to have the conscious universe as your co-pilot. Mindfully enter into the unfamiliar territory of a healthy, balanced relationship with money and abundance, or into playing the odds when you have been taught to always play it safe. This is so on point. You are being asked to let go of the fear that has held you back too long, and instead to work with the conscious universe, whose plan is to give you a firm foundation of abundance. Crystal Spirit Meditation. Mookaite Jasper assists us in deepening our understanding and healing old wounds by allowing us to review our experiences from a new perspective. This allows revision of our old stories and helps us recognize that everyone is doing the best they can with what they know at the time. This is an excellent stone to bring light and healing to the darkness of childhood wounds. I couldn't have put that better myself. Yeah, brilliant. So that goes really, really well. I'm so pleased that they're all matched up. So yeah, let me know if any of that resonates. Pop your comments down below, give it a like, subscribe, share, all of that jazz. If you do want to connect with me, or if you want to book a personal reading, please do get in touch. All my details are down in the description box. And yeah, I will see you on the next moon messages. Bye.